All right, welcome everyone to Old Town Quilt Shop here in Orchid, California. My hands are empty.
There you go.
Alrighty, so we forgot our little prop here. All right, so here's where we're at. Old Town Quilt Shop in Orchid, California, here on the today sunny Central Coast. We are expecting more rain this weekend. Hopefully it won't be nearly as much as we had before, and hopefully this will be the last of it. We're a little tired of the rain. But if you want to come and visit us, here is where you can find us, and these are our current hours: Mondays 3 to 7, Tuesday through Friday 10 to 5, and Saturdays 10 to 4. If you can't come in person, you can always shop online 24/7 at our website, or if you have questions, comments, or concerns, you can always send us an email or give us a phone call, or just call us to say hi, how are you, and have a great day. Alrighty, so we have quite a bit of fabric to show tonight. Just a little note that the By Annie contest ended today, in case you were wondering about that. So By Annie, of course, is a bag pattern maker, and they always do every year a local quilt shop contest called the LQS contest, where we ask you, our customers, to vote for us, your favorite shop, and if we win, then we win fun things. So nothing is official. They won't announce the official results until March 13th, but the last time I looked, which was yesterday, I think, we were about 27th overall, and that's, you know, across the nation, all the countries, everything, so everywhere, about 27th, which is pretty darn good, because I think last year we were like 80 something, so we're moving on up. And we should, unless some store was like stockpiling votes and telling everyone to not vote until the last day, then we should have clinched California by over 100 votes, 120 something votes maybe. So that is fantastic. Of course, I don't have the final tally, but the last time I looked, we had 279 votes, I think, compared to 112 last year. So you guys rock. Thank you so much. Again, full results on the 13th. Those are unofficial. You know, what I just gave you was completely unofficial. March 13th, though, is the official, so we're pretty excited. It means that we will probably get a By Annie trunk show, plus a bunch of other fun things, so it's exciting for us to know that you guys care enough about us to vote and have, you know, friends and family vote, so I'm excited about that. All right, so enough about blah, blah, blah about us. Let's show you all this fabric, because we got a lot of new fabric in, and Kaffe lovers, you're going to want to keep watching. All right, so here we go. This one is a mystery to us. So it's called Vintage Pure and Simple. It has words that say pure joy, pure grace, pure excitement, pure happiness, pure and simple, pure love. It has, you know, it's kind of an orangey red background, and then it has all these little white dots, which happen to be in, you know, some of the words. We think it may have been a mistake. We're not really sure. So it could possibly be Christmas. It looks like, you know, snow. It could be Valentine's Day. It could be patriotic. It could be kids. It could be whatever you want it to be. It is a chameleon. It can be anything. So Vintage Pure and Simple from Moda Fabrics. It really is cute. We just don't know why we got it. So there's that, the joy of picking fabric. Okay, and then we have on the bright side, again from Moda Fabrics. So we had gotten the 10-inch squares a couple of weeks ago of On the Bright Side, and we were still waiting for the fabric, and we got 2 of the fabrics in last week, the 2 mains, and we were waiting for the 3rd, and this one is the 3rd. So just, you know, it's a nice complement to all of the other fabrics. So if you were going to make a quilt, you know, you could do the large floral on the white background, or you could do the large floral on the purple background, and then use this nice turquoise dot to go with that. Or, you know, if you're going to be using the, I think what we'd gotten it for was, because you can use the 10-inch squares, put them all together, you could use the blue as the sashing, and then the floral as one of your borders. So that completes everything that we are getting for On the Bright Side from Moda Fabrics. Okay, then we also have Garden Buzz by P&B Textiles. So these are very spring and summery. You've got the pretty daisies on a white background with all the little green leaves. So it's just, you know, a simple print. And then to go with it, we have this real soft butter yellow with these little scrolls. They're kind of like, you know, the bees buzzing around, the little trails that they leave. And then we have the green leaves on a white background, and these are all very soft. It's kind of a sagey, you know, they're shades of sage green on a white background. And then we have that same kind of sagey green background with bees and butterflies. So a very springtime collection, spring and summer. So we are heading into that. We have a little bit of taste of it these past couple days with the sunshine and relative warmth. Mother Nature is kind of yanking our chain though, because we're going to get more rain. But this is Garden Buzz from P&B Textiles. Okay, Kaffe lovers alert! So we have a lot of new Kaffe. So I've kind of broken them down into their specific, you know, what they're called. So, but they're all from the Kaffe Fassett collective, and they're all $15.45 a yard. So this particular design is called Petals, and we got it in 5 different colors because we apparently really liked this one and couldn't decide which color we liked best. So we have the sky blue, and all of the centers of the flowers have different colors. So it's very rainbowy and tropically. It's very typical of Kaffe. You can pretty much put any color with any of these. So we have the sky blue, and then we have the red with the pink flowers, and then we have what they call blue, but really it's like a dark periwinkle. It can look purple and it can look blue. I think on camera it looks very purple, but really it's not quite as dark and not as purpley as what you're seeing. But like I said, it's kind of a dark periwinkle. And then it has the petals are actually a light blue. And then we have the dark purple with the black flowers with the colored centers. And then we have the black background with white flowers and colored centers. So really with these 5, you could make a whole quilt, but you can also pair, you know, with Kaffe, you can put any color with anything. These would just be so fun as a main fabric, and then just pull colors from it. Just a lot of fun options that you can do with these. So these ones are called Petals. And then we have Reflections, which we already had some reflections in stock, and so these are new colors. So we've got the kind of orange and yellow, and then we have the lime green on a blue, and then we have black, which really it's not a true black, and it's not nearly as light as what it's showing up on camera. It is much darker. You've got kind of a black, I know it's really hard, the black background, and then there's shades of dark brown and kind of a lighter brown and a charcoal gray and a kind of a rust brown in there. There's some green and some blue, you know, so it's all different colors on there, but also, you know, very muted. So if you're looking for some kind of guy type things, it's almost camouflage-ish. So you could maybe get away with, if you're looking for camo, you might be able to get away with it. Doesn't look that way on camera, but in person it kind of does. So anyway, these are called Reflections. And then we also have Square Dance in 2 colors. So this one is considered red, and then the other one is considered multi. Again, they have all different colors. The multi one is kind of like the more primary, and then the red is really more of the reds and the oranges and the pinks mixed in with some of the blues and browns. So you can kind of see the multi has probably predominantly more greens and blues and grays compared to the red. Okay, and then we have Checkmate, which is kind of a version of a plaid. So it's the yellow, orange, green with a little splash of pink in there. So this would make fun binding or sashing if you needed to add a little pizzazz to your quilt. So that's Checkmate. And then we have Curly Baskets. So it's kind of the swirls. They look like those rope baskets that have been really popular. So these have the pink and the yellow and the blue and the yellow and then the gray running all through. And then we have Step Flower. Yes, that's really the name of it, Step Flower. I don't know why. Maybe because they're flowers going up in steps. I'm clueless, I don't know. But these are kind of on it reads more blue and green than the red and pink. So if you were looking for new Kaffe, we have quite a bit for you. They're all just under the Kaffe Fassett category. But I did in our newsletter outline which ones, that's why I kind of separated them. I outlined which ones were new. If you're looking for a way to use some of these fabrics, we do have a new pattern called Into Stars, which we will have a sample here in the shop in the future. I don't know when in the future. It is currently on the long arm being quilted. But we did a light background instead of the dark gray background. We did newsprint as the background, so it looks really cool and it's different. What's cool about this is that they are big squares, so it is easy to put together. It is squares and half square triangles, so very, very simple. Yes, it's a lot of white space, but it's quilting opportunity. So it is fat eighth friendly or fat quarters, but you pick, all the different colors. We'd really like to see it in not Kaffe, so if you are up for a challenge, then that would be really fun to do. Ours does use Kaffe. We pretty much did it, just like the cover, which normally we try to not do that, but we really like this one. I just didn't like the dark charcoal background, so we went with a lighter background. So that's the difference that we made on this one. So, but it would still be fun in so many other things. And it takes 4 different, so like the red and pink, you have to pick 4 reds and pinks, and then 4 yellows and oranges, 4 greens and blues, and 4 blues and purples. So you could do it out of fewer fabrics, but it's fun to have all the variety in there. Okay, so that's Into Stars. Alrighty, so that is it until next week, I guess, and we don't have anything else coming up that we need to talk about. Shop tour, however, though, is in less time than you think. So in 2 months, May 1st is when we start selling the premium passports. So there will be much more information about that later, but just keep thinking ahead to the shop hop. And if you're going to attend, what fun it is, and just be thinking ahead if you want to be able to get that premium passport. We will be showing you next week the bags that you will get if you purchase a premium passport, so be sure to tune in next week. Alrighty, well, stay dry this weekend, stay warm and cozy, and we will see you next week. Have a great night.